Perfect. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for making the time to join us. You're going to be so excited and so glad that you did join us this evening for our Juice Plus Canada partner education call around our product launch that we are counting down the days to for Juice Plus Luminate coming to Canada. And we got lots of information to share. Got some updates from our perspective, from your corporate support team's perspective, which I'll take us through here in a second. And then we have the incredible Dr. Mitra Ray joining us this evening. And Dr. Mitra Ray is going to take us through a couple of perspectives. Firstly, product education piece, everything you need to know as a partner around Juice Plus Luminate so that you can get out there and share your passion, share your excitement, and all the goods about Luminate for you. And then, Mitra is also a global leader with the Juice Plus company, one of the best. And she's going to give that perspective of like, hey, along with that, here's what you need to know around building with some Luminate as our new product gets ready to launch. So without further ado, we're going to kick right into it. Again, welcome everybody and thank you. For those of you joining, my name is Stephen Millman. I'm president of Juice Plus Canada and excited to take you through our couple of quick slides before we turn it over to Mitra around where we are with Juice Plus Luminate and the launch plan. So let me share my screen. Are we good, everybody? Mitra, you can see perfect. All right. Well, again, welcome everybody. And as you can see, look at this incredible packaging and just a gentle reminder to everybody, Canada is the first to get this new Juice Plus Luminate packaging, which looks incredible. We absolutely love it. Give me some hearts if you agree that this looks absolutely stunning and you can't wait to get your hands on this and share this with everybody. I mean, it is an incredible update from where we were with the original packaging to where we are now. Hats off to our global marketing and product development teams who just knocked it out of the park with this. It looks spectacular and so excited for that to be shipping out of our warehouse in Canada. All right, let me take you through where we are on the launch plan. So if you've been joining us over the last little while, as we got closer, we got our approval from Health Canada. We've been kind of keeping you up to date on the steps to launch, and I want to do that right now. So you can see all the things, and we've been through all this, all the steps that are involved in getting a product like this to market in Canada. And excited to say, you'll see the animation there. We had anticipated it shipping. It has arrived. It has arrived at 2785 Skymark Avenue, and we are excited about that. So now the next steps, of course, are getting it tested, which every natural health product that comes into Canada has to go through a third-party test with Health Canada. As soon as we have that, everybody, we are released and we're able to start selling the product. So here's an update on timeline approximation. Again, these are always subject to change. Our biggest hurdles are over, that being Health Canada approval, getting it manufactured and receiving it on time. We had anticipated receiving it on October the 15th. And of course, today is October 15th and a truck backed up to that dock door today and dropped it off. So we are pumped about that. And again, Dan Martin, our vice president, soon as it arrived, threw some in his car and physically drove it over to the third-party place. So we had no delay of getting it to test. So that is now in process. That can take up to 2 weeks. So October 29th. We're doing everything we can to improve on those timelines, but to just be realistic with everybody, that's kind of the time frame they give us, up to 2 weeks. That lands us around October 29th. Our goal, as has been always along this journey, is to have this product available for you to purchase and to sell before the end of October. We'll keep you up to date on those timelines, but we are now into those final steps of getting it done. So we're going to do everything we can to improve on it, but anticipate that you'll be able to place orders for this before the end of the month. Now, the next big question we've been getting is, Stephen, what's the pricing? Where are we with price and PVC? So I'll share this with you and put this up on the screen so that you can see this. We've done our very best, and I think you'll all agree that we have been able to price this very competitively when compared to other global markets. And when you compare it to what we, quote unquote, would compete against in the market, that being perhaps, expensive coffee or any cup of coffee these days, this day and age, or if you look and want to compare this to anything in the energy drink space, We've worked it out. You look at this model, I'll just take 2 seconds and walk us through it. We've got our one-time order column there, which you'll see, a 1 box 15 count for $55, 2 boxes, 4 boxes, etc. And then we've modeled in subscribe and save. So if you go on subscription, you'll get a savings. And if you go on subscription, and the more you subscribe to, the more savings you'll get. And it works out to, if you buy it for one time, just over $3.50 a serving. And then it drops below that $3.50 per serving as you subscribe and save, and gets down as low as $3.25 if you do the 4 boxes on a 4-month subscription. So opportunity for people who are going to fall in love with this to subscribe and save. And then again, when you compare that pricing to what's out there, more than fair, more than competitive. Then we're also going to be offering at launch a special edition, limited edition Luminate box, which will have 2 boxes of Luminate, as well as some limited edition Luminate gear in there. More details to come as we get closer to launch, but just wanted to give you an idea of that price point and PV point. And you've heard us talk about the trifold sample cards. So that's those trifold cards that you'll be able to purchase, put a couple of sample sticks in that you can get out to prospects, customers, and people that you're talking to. We will have those available at our location in Mississauga for you to purchase, a 15-pack for $15, so $1 a card. And they will be available in English and in French. And they will be available by the time we go to launch. So we'll keep you up to date on all that. This information, a lot of information that you're going to hear tonight is available and will be available over the next couple of days on boards. So just keep checking that space, that Luminate button. So when you go into boards, tap that Luminate button. We're going to continue between now and launch, and certainly after launch, but certainly between now and then, putting all that information in there so that you have it at your fingertips. So watch that space, check it regularly, and we'll keep you up to date there. Moving along, want to keep you informed and make sure you have these in your calendar. Of course, tonight we're doing our partner education call. Then next week, 1 week from today, October 22nd, we are doing 2 customer launch calls. In other words, these are the calls that you're going to want to invite your customers to learn about Luminate, prospects to learn about Luminate. It's a great prospecting call. This is where you want to invite guests, invite people, loyal customers or people who've been looking to come out and learn. So 2 calls happening that night. Dr. Mitra Ray again. Mitra, you've been pouring into Canada and we love every bit of it. Thank you. Dr. Mitra Ray will be doing our English call. That'll again be 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then at the same time, and we wanted to do this in French with a French-speaking speaker, we got Marie-Ève Tremblay, and she is going to do the same call, but in French. So 8 o'clock, both calls happening, depending on your language, depending on your customer's language, which call to send them to. So make sure you've got that information in your calendar. You're building into it as many guests and as many people as we can, customers on that call, so that they can be ready to order as soon as we go live. They'll have all the information. Next, want to take you through having some fun with Luminate, and that is with our incentives. So we are going to kick off the Juice Plus Luminate League, and that is an opportunity for us to have some fun, get a little competitive, and give away some money and some extra points for our big trip coming up in Mexico. For those of you who are aware and dialed in, we are going to Mexico in 2026, and everybody has an opportunity to join us. The way the Luminate League is going to kick off is you get points for PV of building with Juice Plus and adding customers into your customer portfolio with Luminate. And we're going to do first place through 5th place. You'll see the prize breakdown there. I mean, look at that first place prize, $1,000 for the person who signs up the most Luminate customers. This is going to run from our launch day. So we don't know exactly what day that is yet, of course. But as soon as we do, let's say it's October 30. From October 30 to November 30, we'll accumulate all that. We'll pick our top 5 people. And along with that, they'll get extra points for going to Mexico. So that's our Luminate League. We're going to be doing lots of recognition, lots of fun around it, and lots of recognition for people who are going out and inspiring people to try and to join us and become customers with Luminate. Along with that, we added another little twist of lounge in Luminate. So we're accumulating points for Mexico. As you go out and add customers, of course, that PV is going to count towards you and your points to get to Mexico. And for this product launch, we also decided that your own personal orders will count as well. We normally haven't done that. Normally it's been about you going out, getting customers, but since this is new and everybody's going to be getting it and trying it for that time until November 30th, for you purchasing as a partner, those PV points will also count for you accumulating your points to Mexico. Again, all this information will be on boards if it's not there already. Emails going out tonight as well, so you'll get this on an email probably going to be happening during Mitra's conversation with us. So you'll have all this information at your fingertips. And again, our Facebook partner page is another great resource on where to find the latest and greatest. All right, that's what I've got. Now, I'm going to stop share as soon as I can find my cursor. Perfect. And with that information, I am now going to hand it over to the one and only incredible Dr. Mitra Ray, who again is going to take us through everything you need to know around partner education, around product education, as well as how to light your business up with Luminate. Mitra, like I said a second ago, you have been pouring into Canada. You're out here in Ontario. We just saw you a couple of weeks ago, been jumping on calls. You got this call tonight. You have a US product launch call tomorrow night, and then you're coming back again next week, and we're out on Vancouver Island this week. I mean, I can't thank you enough for all you're doing to kick this off.
Sure.
Thank you, Mitra.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to hop on a ferry to Vancouver Island tomorrow morning and hopefully get there in time to do the US call. That's just how it's going, folks. It's really an exciting time in the Juice Plus company, and I'm so excited for Canada. I've been waiting for this for a long time. So let me just jump right in here. Somebody give me a thumbs up. Okay, cool. So you're seeing the slides. So yes, this design, I'm excited, and you guys are lucky because you're getting it first. I can't wait till it comes to the US. But not only is the new packaging amazing, it's like less pharmaceutical looking and it's more relevant and like visually represents actually the product experience. But another thing is that we got it in the US first. We kind of didn't know what we were doing. And at that time, our IT system was really not working and we didn't have the reorder option. So we didn't have subscription options for many, many, many months. I was just waiting and waiting and waiting. I was buying 10 boxes at a time and initially, and I was giving out samples, and I will talk about that later. So you kind of have an advantage over us on how Luminate is being launched with the company being a little bit more organized, as well as the experience. You get to benefit from our experience because at first we were a little bit confused as a community of partners, and those who had studied, for instance, herbs would say, don't take this every day and heed other unnecessary warnings. Turns out this product is a lot more beneficial and user-friendly than we originally anticipated. So you don't have to go through all of that. And that doesn't mean every single human being will be able to tolerate it, but it's going to be like a majority of the people will get benefits from it. And I was pleasantly surprised myself because I couldn't drink coffee or tea, caffeinated, none of that. It really affects my sleep. So when I heard this had 80 milligrams of caffeine, the first thing you got to get out of your head is it's not your typical 80 milligrams of caffeine, and it's because of where the caffeine comes from. So many of you already know this because you've been tracking with the US stuff, but I want to tell you that technically, it's the equivalent to a shot of espresso. But if I did a shot of espresso anytime during the day, I wouldn't be sleeping that night. But I can do a Luminate easily and not have any issues. But I was really, I was scared, so I eased into it. And I remember Nicole Scott telling me that she slowly developed a tolerance for caffeine with time. So I decided I'd start with half a pack and work myself up. So if you're sensitive to caffeine, certainly, don't overdo it right at first. Everybody's a little bit different, but I do believe that you can work up your tolerance over time, and you will want to when you hear all the ingredients and what they do for you. So it doesn't disturb my sleep. And sometimes, like I normally, I'm a go to bed early kind of girl. Like by 9 o'clock, I'm getting ready for bed. Anybody else like me, right? But there's exceptions like conferences when I want to stay up late, or maybe my my 20-year-old daughters want ask me to go dancing with them or something, then I can have a second Luminate and I can come back to life in the evening, and it still doesn't disturb my sleep. So this has a lot of interesting benefits. And if I do it before a workout, I'm going to have a good workout. I have that motivation to work out and that focus. So, but how many of you know someone, or you actually need a cup of coffee or two to start your day? I used to be like that. Or how many of you are like me, sensitive to caffeine now? Either way, this product is okay for both types of people. To help you understand how big an audience we have at our fingertips, here are some stats. 93% of US adults take or drink some sort of caffeinated product daily. 38% of US workers suffer from fatigue. I know these say US, I'm sure we can all agree it also applies to Canada. And globally, 600 million people suffer from mental fog. So the opportunity to share with people is huge. So let's take a look at each of these ingredients, and I'm going to focus on the brain-related benefits of these ingredients. They also have other benefits like for our gut and our immune system and much more, but we'll be here all night. So let's start with Alpinia galanga. You may have seen this as a root in your Thai soups. It kind of looks like ginger. Here's another story of how the Juice Plus company sources their ingredients. The Alpinia galanga comes from a community of farmers in India that really take care of the environment with responsible farming, and they take care of their people. For instance, they provide health and dental care for their entire community. The sage is, oh, and also Alpinia galanga is a nootropic that helps you focus. Sage is known for its antioxidant effects and ability to improve memory, quicken the senses, and delay age-associated cognitive decline. So clinical trials with rhodiola, which I was taking by itself before Luminate, may reduce stress, fatigue, mild depression, improve cognitive function, and enhance physical performance. Studies have demonstrated that it can improve mood, concentration, and overall quality of life, especially for individuals experiencing burnout or stress-related symptoms. Do you know anybody that's experiencing burnout or stress? It's also been linked to better endurance and faster recovery in athletes. Yes, this is also a great athlete's product. Also, a lot of people realize they don't need to, they realize they need a dopamine reset. Anybody interested in a dopamine? Have you heard about that? Like everybody needs a dopamine reset. It's funny how you can doom scroll, on social media and find a reel about how doom scrolling can lead to dopamine dependency and dysfunction, because we like those likes, or we want to know, people like whatever. It creates a dysfunction. So we love rhodiola, and that's another reason I was taking it before Luminate came along, because it helps increase our natural dopamine levels in 3 different ways. It decreases the breakdown of dopamine, it increases the production of dopamine, and it also regulates the receptors for dopamine. Lion's mane, man, it's known as the smart mushroom. It kind of looks like a brain, enhances brain function, protects cognitive decline, supports nerve regeneration, and reduces anxiety and depression. One of the mechanisms thought to help is that it can stimulate nerve growth factor production, which helps you build up your neurons. So that's why it's a brain mushroom. And then cordyceps are another mushroom used in traditional Chinese medicine for centuries. One of the interesting things I find about cordyceps is its ability to mitigate stress-induced inflammation. Research shows that cordyceps can reduce inflammatory markers in the brain hippocampus, which is a region of the brain that's critical for memory and learning. And that's often damaged by chronic stress. And then ashwagandha offers benefits for both the brain and stress by helping to reduce cortisol levels, which can decrease stress and anxiety while improving sleep quality and mental clarity. I didn't hit ashwagandha. It may also enhance cognitive functions such as memory, attention, and executive function through antioxidant and anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective properties. And finally, we come to kind of the star ingredient in my mind, which is coffee berry fruit, which increases the production of, now, anybody in the field of brain research gets excited about this protein. It's called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. It's a protein that plays a vital role in the survival, growth, and creation of new neurons in the brain. It supports neuronal plasticity, which is the brain's ability to adapt and learn. Clinical studies have found that whole coffee fruit concentrate can significantly increase BDNF levels. One study showed a significant increase in blood BDNF levels just 2 hours after participants took coffee fruit extract. By boosting BDNF, coffee fruit extract is thought to support neural pathways associated with learning and memory. BDNF helps protect brain cells from damage caused by oxidative stress and free radicals, which are major factors in age-related cognitive decline. So with all these ingredients, I want to share another story with you. It's a a little bit more I don't know, really sharing with you guys what it has done for me. I lost Doug, my husband, 2 years ago, this October. And in the spring of 24, Luminate came out, and I had so the first year, I've been told, and it was seen in my blood, my cortisol was through the roof. I was just in shock, really. My hormones were all over the place. And I didn't want to get out of bed in the morning, but of course I tried the Luminate and I saw how it made me feel. And literally, like, I didn't want to get out of bed in the morning, and I would have a conversation with myself like, Mitra, just get out of bed and make yourself illuminate, and your day is going to be okay. So I know that this was part of me coming back to life and finding myself again. So it makes me cry to talk about this product. And if you were just overwhelmed with everything I just shared, let me tell you that this is just the tip of the iceberg, because there's also some kind of magical synergy with all these nutrients working together. For example, excuse me, rhodiola also has a synergistic effect with caffeine. And together, they have the potential to increase muscle strength and endurance. So the rhodiola is helping the coffee berry fruit, the caffeine and the coffee berry fruit help, endurance, and help with endurance athletes and muscle strength. So all athletes. So this product can support athletes and those of us who want to be athletes who need to focus in the short term, because you get that nootropic factor with the coffee berry and the Alpinia galanga, and build muscle and the neurons that help them become better athletes over time. So it's just also exciting. So let me summarize some of the existing research on the functional benefits of these ingredients. Enhanced physical energy, relieved or reduced fatigue. It promotes endurance, enhances motor performance, supports alertness and wakefulness, and enhances cognitive performance. These are the approved things that we can say about it. And then life benefit, well, we are a brand that offers so much more, and we want to enhance people's lives. So with Luminate, we can offer so much more to consumers, such as being more productive, feeling sharper and more vitality, being more present, and enjoy those important moments and embrace every opportunity. The combination of the energy and the mental focus and the mental clarity from these ingredients working together provide a non-jittery way for us to manage our day. Not only was there a lot of research in finding the ingredients, Juice Plus also did a survey of the final product, and here's that survey of 79 people who they asked questions like, did you feel any effect? Did you have any negative side effects like jitters? And did you enjoy the product? And can you see on the slide what the results are? They're pretty impressive. The clear benefits of focus and mental energy are amazing. I'll just highlight that 91% felt it had a positive impact on their day, which is really cool. And then this is sort of marketing created this slide, and it has a lot of info. This one picture has all the important talking points. It should be in boards by tomorrow. So I'll go through them one by one. First, it talks about the ingredients, Alpinia galanga and the 80 milligram, all the ingredients I talked about already. You might have to explain to people that 80 milligrams of caffeine is not the same experience as 80 milligrams of caffeine from a shot of espresso. I think that's an important point to make. A powerful blend of because of the combination of these other things that calm down the nervous system as well. A powerful blend of plant-based nootropics and adaptogens. These are the two words we had to learn. And I simply say this has two really important categories of nutrients. One is nootropics. Nootropics, this is something to remember and write down. Nootropics create mental focus and clarity, mental focus and clarity, right? And adaptogens do a lot of things, but since we're really focusing this as a mind product, because we can't talk about too many things, you want to say adaptogens make you feel good. I mean, adaptogens also help your hormones balance and so many other things, but in the context of Luminate, I say it has nootropics and adaptogens. Nootropics help you with mental clarity and focus, and adaptogens make you feel good. Do you want to feel more mental focus and clarity, and do you want to feel good? Those are the only two questions you need to ask yourself if you want to try this product, right? So keep it really simple like that. And it has scientifically proven ingredients. They would just pick them out of the blue. And I love that it takes effect in like 60 minutes. People will feel it. Only 2 grams of sugar and 15 calories per serving. I also tested this because I'm a fan of intermittent fasting. The sugar comes from mostly coconut nectar sugar, which is slow to enter the blood serum to begin with. Secondly, it's not enough to take you out of fasting. So for those who understand what I'm saying, like basically you can still create more ketones and still drop your blood sugar in the morning by extending your fast with Luminate, which is really cool. It's of course made with no GMO ingredients, and important to know there's no synthetic. When people say what is natural flavors and all that, it's made without synthetic sweeteners, colors, or flavors. It's got a berry and mango flavor, right? So those are the flavorings, and it's vegan, gluten-free, certified kosher, and certified by NSF. I don't know if all those things are. This is a slide they made for Canada, so I don't know if you guys get to, if that's useful information in Canada or not, but it will be there. And then real life results, there's a little bit of that big survey I showed you right here with the 79 adults. And so I think you can just point out like, hey, you know, those are pretty, like, is there pharmaceuticals come on the market if they're like 20 to 30% effective, folks, just as a comparison. I'm just going to throw that out there for you to munch, you know, kind of think about. Now, as you guys were talking and I was hearing the price points, Stephen, when I was in Ontario, I saw Nicole and we went to a yoga class and she saw somebody and she just asked her, hey, you know, I'm doing a taste test. I'm collecting testimonials. Would you give me a testimonial if I give you 7 days worth to share? And she was like, sure. So she's collecting testimonials by giving out 7 samples. Now, that may not be, I mean, you know, that may not be in your budget. So I want to give you some ideas because this is a product worthy of giving samples and asking for a testimonial. But we've had people in the United States that have charged, I've had team members that have charged people for the samples, like not just giving them away, because I was giving them away to all my customers who wanted them. But some of my downline decided to charge them $5 for it because they were like, they wanted serious prospects. So I was doing some math. If you got one of those packets, the trifolds, they're $1 each, right? And then it's somewhere between $3.66 a stick to $3.25 a stick, depending on how you order. As partners, you're probably going to order as subscription and get the $3.25. So $3.25 times 5 is around $16.25, I think. And then plus the dollar. So you can, let's say it's the $3.66, right? And times 5 plus the dollar for the pamphlet, you can round up to $20. It's not quite $20, but you can round up to $20. You can say, I can give you 5 days worth between this brochure and the samples. It's costing me around $20, but I'll give it to you for 5 if you give me a testimonial. That's where you will know. That's my advice to you guys. That way, if people are willing to give you $5 for it, they're a real prospect. That's gold. They're a real prospect because if they're not going to give you $5 for it, they're probably not going to spend the money on this product. They'll just take the free product. So that's just my advice on that, because this is a product that where if people take it 5 days in a row, or maybe you want to do the 7, I don't know, you decide what's in your budget. But if you give people that opportunity and ask for a testimonial, you're going to get real prospects in the game. Number one. Number two, when you buy, because I was buying, remember, 10 boxes at a time because we didn't have subscription, but I didn't get PV or points towards Mexico for it. So you're going to get points towards Mexico for it. So keep that in mind. So that's just a little math I was doing while Stephen was talking. And so this is definitely a product you want people to experience, because people, your real prospects, are going to experience it. And some are going to go nuts over it. Some are going to be more neutral, and some are going to just say no. But if you ask them for $5, they're going to feel something. That's just a little psychology, little tip I'm giving you. These are lessons that took me a long time to learn when I first joined the business. And so that's what I want to end with, is just like, give out samples, not for free, but come up with a price tag that makes sense for you to invest in a customer, give them a value, get the testimonial, start posting on social media, that third party validate, I mean, the social proof that people are always looking for, collect those stories, and go out there and make your future bright with Luminate.
I love it. Beatrice, thank you so much. I agree. It is such a, as you mentioned in there, a product that, within 60 minutes of drinking it, you start to experience it, and it feels amazing. That clarity and all the things you've mentioned, and love that sampling idea. Thank you. So with that said, that is our call for this evening. Now, I do want to remind everybody, now you've just heard Mitra take us through all of the product background, why it's important, why it's so beneficial, took us through all those active ingredients and what they do to create solutions, which our company is all about, creating wellness solutions for families. So now next Wednesday, October 22nd, we're doing it focused on customers. So make sure all the people that you're like, man, tonight you're sitting there going, I wish so-and-so was hearing this. So-and-so needs to hear about this. Make sure you invite them. Get them on that call next week so they can hear it firsthand from Dr. Mitra Ray, or in French from Marie-Ève Tremblay, and hear it firsthand. Then he had a list of people to follow up with to get those samples out to when we kick it off before the end of the month. Mitra, thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you. Thanks for pouring into us. Everybody, we're excited. Keep clicking boards. Keep watching our Facebook partner page. Keep watching your email. We're counting down the days, and we're so excited. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Thanks.